Was the night before when all through the house, not a creature stirring, not even a mouse.
Concert day! Hey guys, it's me, Mint. Today's concert day. I was going to film myself getting ready, but I really didn't feel like filming myself. It's hard to film myself getting ready. I think I've tried to do like 3 videos on me just like getting ready, and I just cannot. Either my makeup goes wrong or just the video is just horrible. I hate filming in my bathroom, so I try not to, and that's where I get ready, so I wasn't really able to. But we're kind of ready now. We're gonna leave here at my house around 3 p.m. and right now I believe it's like 11. Yeah. This is normal for me. But I also just wanted to get ready early just to take the time to like sit and chat, and I also got food, so we're gonna eat. I haven't had Taco Bell in like a fat minute, which I'm very happy about, but I'm a very picky eater, so my order is literally just a soft taco with no lettuce, so it's quite literally just tortilla, meat, and cheese. This is gonna turn into a mukbang. Yeah, I'm all ready. I have my shorts, I have fishnet tights on. I only have one sock on because I didn't put the other one on just yet. I have candy. I was gonna wear more candy than this, but I'm like, now wearing it all, I'm just like, this is kind of heavy to put all of it on, and I don't want to be smacking people with my candy at the concert, so this is as much as I'm gonna put on. And then these ones are the band members, so if I'm able to get up to get barricade and actually give them to the band members, then I'll have less candy, and that'll be really freaking cool to see them in person, like up close, just like handing them something. That's so cool. I've been freaking cranking out listening to the Dance Gavin Dance set list when I was getting ready. I think I listened to that entire set list 3 times. That's like over 3 hours of me just jamming out. I'm done eating, so now I can actually put my camera at a nice angle. And also my dog's here with me. You can kind of see her in the video. Do you want to come here? No. What are you doing? Why are you so scared all of a sudden? Come here. I like talking to my dog like a human, because sometimes I just like to believe that she's self-aware. I think she might be. I put little gems on my forehead, which they're very lopsided, but I used to do that a lot for cosplay, and it brought me back to just gluing stuff on my face with eyelash glue, so it felt kind of nice doing that.
Aww! So cute! So cute!
Background, since this is about since this is the Dance Gavin Dance concert, I do want to talk about my background with Dance Gavin Dance before the concert, and then I'll try to put as much footage during the concert in here as I can, because I'm gonna have my phone charged up enough so where I can film the entire thing, and I took a lot of storage off my phone, so I have room to record the entire thing. Today, as of today, they literally just sold out all their tickets today, the day of the concert, so it's kind of crazy to think about. I'm hoping I get there early enough to where I can get barricade, but the thing is that I actually didn't even notice when I was buying the tickets was you could get VIP tickets and get early entry. So if enough people got VIP, there is a chance I may not be able to get barricade because of that. Or I push my way through the crowd, but I don't want to do that, so. But I really want to get it as up close as I possibly can get. I don't want to be all the way in the middle, I want to be in the front. I'm finna be in the pit. I believe I talked about my Dance Gavin Dance history in my music video, like my what's in my Spotify video, but I'm gonna explain it again here just so it makes more sense. I've been listening to Dance Gavin Dance for over a year now. I believe I found them through a YouTuber, and I was like, okay. And then I listened to one of their songs back in 2023 or 2024, one of those years. And I was like, okay, this kind of slaps. And then I stopped listening to them. And then early 2025, I started listening to three of their songs: We Own the Night, Death of Strawberry, and Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most. And I was like, oh my gosh, Uneasy Hearts is such a banger song. And this still is my favorite song to this day out of every single song I've ever listened to in the world. Like, Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most is my favorite song. And being able to hear it live now is something so special that I will hold in my heart. And I'm probably gonna get really emotional at the concert because of that. Hopefully I don't, but I might. I really like Dance Gavin Dance. I remember well, this isn't, I remember, this was literally like a month ago, right? Because we've had the tickets for a month now. I asked my dad by making a presentation because I really want to make sure, I really wanted to make sure I went to the concert, so I was like trying everything I could to ask my dad if we can go. And his answer kept being no or let me think about it, so I was like, I gotta do something to make him let me go. And I made an entire like poster of like a promposal type thing. I can probably put a picture of it on the screen, it's so funny. And then I also made a presentation on Canva. If you guys know what Canva is, it's basically like Google Slides, but you can do a bunch more. It's like Google Slides, but like on steroids. That's what that is basically. And I used that to make a presentation, and I literally had my dad hook up my computer to the TV, and I literally presented in front of him why I should go to the Dance Gavin Dance concert. And I wish it was in good quality because I would show you guys, but my dad tried to record it, and I guess like his phone just bugged out for that few minutes. So it's like lost media now. It's so scary. All I've been listening to this entire month has just been straight the set list over and over and over again. And so I'm able to learn all the lyrics for every single song, but I did not make that goal. So it's gonna be kind of weird because I only know like 4 full songs, and then the rest like 9 I know parts of. I know all of Midnight at McDuffie's, one of the 2. Uneasy Hearts With the Most, obviously. Animal Surgery. Speed Demon, kind of. I'm just gonna say kind of on Speed Demon. I think I'm pretty good on Chucky and the Giant Tortoise. I think that's kind of it. Oh, I know a lot of Carl Baker. I don't know if I know a lot. I don't know really the rap part for Carl Baker, but I know a lot of it, so I think I'll be alright. Dance Gavin Dance is a really funny band, and I remember also I was like watching the entire history because like YouTubers will make documentaries about like alternative bands and stuff, so I used to watch those a lot. And I clicked on a Dance Gavin Dance one. It's either people are straight up gassing Dance Gavin Dance and saying it's like the holy grail and it's the best band ever, which I fully agree with. They were my favorite band. Or they're like saying all their stuff is the same. I don't know. I can see that, but like they're trying to stick to their genre, so like Tree City Sessions 3, I feel like it's just covers of Instant Gratification, either that or the Death Star album. I think it's Instant Gratification though. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up here, but I think that's just the cover just because of their new singer. He's been there since 2022, I believe, Andrew Wells. I really like Andrew Wells, actually. He's my favorite singer out of how many we've had. We have Kurt Travis, we had Johnny Craig or whatever his name was, we had Tillian. Don't know Tillian's last name, but we had him. Out of all of them, I think Andrew Wells and Kurt Travis are my favorite. I really like Kurt Travis's voice, but I think Andrew Wells he just packs a punch, man. Like his voice is like genuinely so good. It's also that because I've also in the tour, the most songs in the tour are from their Pantheon album, which came out last year. This isn't the Pantheon tour, but it is just, they have more songs of them, which makes sense. Like it's their newest album. It's just a new album. I'm a little nervy though, only because I haven't been to a concert since 2022, let alone a freaking post-hardcore concert. I've never been to anything of the sort, never in my life. Yes, I went to Gorillaz. Gorillaz is not post-hardcore though. Gorillaz is just chill indie music. It's gonna be vastly different, and I'm very, very nervous in like kind of a bad way. Like obviously I'm excited to go see them play, but I'm so scared because I don't really know Dance Gavin Dance's audience. Like it's either going to be like middle-aged men because the band's old, or it's going to be like teenage girls such as myself. So I don't know, but I think their audience changes with every state they go to, which obviously makes sense. I don't know what my state's gonna be, and I'm really scared to see that.
Editor Mahir, I'm low-key making a big deal out of that for nothing. The audience that was there was literally my age, or like young adults. Like most of them were under 21. So like I don't know why I was making such a big deal out of that.
What do you think if I at Dance Gavin Dance, they're gonna see this video? Hey guys. Get out! The lyrics of Dance Gavin Dance are either like their earlier stuff was like so sentimental and like meaningful, while their new stuff is just so funny to me because it's like almost like slam poetry. It's so funny to me for no reason. Because like, what do you mean? Well, I guess Tillian era too, but I don't know if Tillian era is crazy old. I only know like who was at what time, like the order of the singers and like what happened to them and stuff, not like actual like, oh, this happened at this time, this happened at this time. Like I'm not a timeline person. I'm hoping I see cool people there though. I'm sure I will. The freaking Dance Gavin Dance listeners, but I want to be able, because I made business cards and I really want to be able to give those out because I really like how my business cards came out, and I would like put them on YouTube, but like, you guys are already watching me, so you guys are already here, so. But I kind of feel bad giving out business cards because it's like, oh, even though we're here for somebody else, you can still take the time to like look me up and stuff. I don't know, that's the mindset I have whenever I do it, so I feel really bad because I'm like, I know you're not here for me. I know you're not here for me. I know we're here for a freaking band. Hello. The one I'm excited the most for the concert is Carl Barker, because Carl Barker is like my emotional emotional song. Carl Barker is that to me. Like how I said in my music video how Die by Bucktick is my song for when I'm mad. Carl Barker is the song for when I'm sad, because that song genuinely makes me like, my bangs are kind of not pissing me off, but they're kind of aggravating me, only because I don't like the color my bangs are, and I really want the color gone. I need the color gone. And also, I don't know if bangs fit me too well. I just don't like my forehead, so I just choose not to show it. I'm a very bad thinker when it comes to concerts, and like it's like not a good thing at all. It's kind of a habit where like I kind of like fantasize about like, oh, I'm gonna be up in front of barricade. I'm gonna be the one they notice the most. I'm gonna be able to give them my candy and crap. Like that's the kind of stuff I think about before going to a concert, because I'm genuinely just so excited for one. But like in reality, that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like it won't happen. So it like saddens me a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, I should have kind of seen that coming. But I'm still hoping I can get close enough. I want to be able to see them up close, like super, and also just so I can get good footage, because when my dad recorded for the Gorillaz concert, but he didn't record all of the songs. I think he just didn't record for the ones I wasn't screaming. And like, okay, 2022 meme was kind of crazy in that, like, every time I screamed, it didn't sound like me. It sounded like a 5-year-old girl. Like, it was genuinely just so bad. If I can put a clip of me screaming from that concert, it's so embarrassing. I think I still sound like that too when I scream really loud. We're gonna find out at this concert, because I don't want to get burned. Also, I'm wearing freaking fishnet tights. If I get tan or sunburn, I'm gonna have a fishnet tan. I don't want a fishnet tan. I'm going to the beach next week, bro. I don't want a fishnet tan. Yeah, oh, also I put in new earrings, so I have these little star ones for the concert, which these ones are flipped back for some reason, but they're red. You can't really see in the camera, but they're red, but I don't know why they're flipped around like that, but I don't mind. I look better in silver anyways. And this one as well, which your helix piercings are so weird. I don't know if I'm just like taking bad care of mine. Mine are so weird. This one will like bleed whenever I try to poke a new thing in it, but I'm not like touching any new part, so I don't know why it's doing that. And then this one's just fine. I think the right side of my ear really likes to be pierced. I don't know. This side just doesn't like to be pierced because these always heal the fastest. Really excited. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go right now, and then we'll see where we are next time I pick up my phone and start recording. Good morning. The concert was last night, and it is gonna be 2. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. I woke up at 12. A lot of stuff happened. I have a cut on my eye. I nearly got sunburned. I have a bunch of nails that are lost now. I can't move my neck. Like, it hurts bad. It's kind of a miracle I'm even talking right now because how much I was screaming. I was literally gagging last night because I was screaming so much. My feet hurt really bad. It hurts to walk. My like lower legs hurt, like my calves and like the arch of my foot is on fire. But that all said and done, like, I'm like Kandi, like, I'm trying to think of something that's better. That was truly the best night of my life. And I'm not using that term lightly. Like, that genuinely was the best, like, night of my life. I can't think of anything better. And I'm like trying to make this as sentimental as possible because I want you guys to know genuinely how much this night meant to me, or how much last night meant to me. I met a bunch of new cool people. The bands that opened for them, now I get to listen to them because they have such good music. So we're gonna talk about that today. We'll start off with waiting in line. The concert doors actually I thought they were supposed to open at 6:30, but that wasn't true. What happened was, the doors of the show starts at 6:30. The doors open at 5:30. So I was like, okay, crap. So we left an hour. Well, we left still on time we were supposed to anyway. So I was like, okay, so maybe we're not gonna be the first in line. And then we weren't the first in line, but we were still really high up in line. But the thing was, we had to wait outside for an hour and a half to be let in. And where I live, it is sunny and it is hot, and that entire time it was like around 100 degrees. So I know we nearly got sunburned. I'm happy I didn't like tan too much at all or anything. I think my arms got slightly darker, but I don't think my back got any. The sun was blazing on us, and I'm lucky enough to have had sunscreen on me, because without that I probably would have burnt up. There were pretty cool people in line, and then once we started getting in, the barricade, well, spoiler alert, I did actually get barricade. I was right up there and I was holding onto the thing, but we'll talk about that more later as it comes up. There are so many people already in the space covering up barricade because they were VIP, so they were able to get let in a little earlier. So I ran up there and I was as close up as I could possibly get. I think I was two people and then me there, but I met this cool guy and he was so cool. And if he's watching this right now, I want you to know that you're genuinely just like so sick, dude. You're cool. You're cool. I was talking to my dad being like, hey, make sure you cover Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most, because that is my favorite song of all time. And he turns to me and goes, that's your favorite song? That's my favorite song. And shows me his wrists. He has tattoos of Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most. And like, they're glorious tattoos. The Kurt Travis signed his arms so he can get that tattooed. Kurt Travis made that tattoo for him. Isn't that insane? I thought that was so cool. No, and he had like a bunch of candy and stuff. We were talking about music the entire time, and then he was telling me about more places, more bands and stuff, because I told him, I'm like, it's kind of hard to look for stuff. I feel like our state is kind of boring. And he goes, actually, no, if you know where to look, there's so much cool stuff. And then he gave me his Instagram so I can see what he shows that's like local on his Instagram. So I don't know, maybe my outside life is turning around for me. Maybe. And then there was enough room and stuff where my dad was able to stay up by barricade so I can run out and go to the merch line that was all the way like across the venue. So I went over there by myself, and then I got 3 shirts from the concert. There was the regular Dance Gavin Dance shirt, the Dance Gavin Dance tour shirt, and then a Dance Gavin Dance long sleeve, which I really like. My favorite one is the beige Dance Gavin Dance shirt. I thought that one was so cute for the jackpot juicer. I thought that was just so cute, so I had to get it. It's amazing. And I told myself I wanted to get as much as I can. And I am also paying it for myself. I bought 3 shirts. My dad said he'll pay one for me, which, thank you, Dad. So I'm buying the other 2. So that's like a lot of money. But honestly, it's just so worth it. And then I went back over, sat in line, and like I had my fur hat, right? Everybody knows that already. But I had to take off my fur hat because it got so hot. And I was like, but it wasn't even that it was hot. It was just I was moving so much and I was headbanging. That's why my neck hurts really bad. I was headbanging so hard. My hair was hitting everybody around me. I feel so bad. But I was like jumping around. I accidentally kept stepping on people's foot. There was a guy next to me I kept bumping shoulders with on accident, which like it was fine. It was friendly bumps. They opened up the mosh for like a bunch of songs. It was super cool. So many people were freaking crowd surfing. It wasn't like there's so many people above us that we had to like push. I was more far right. in the venue. So I was so this is the center. I was over here in the front. It was more in the center with the crowd surfers, but like still it was so cool just to see people surfing. And then 3 bands opened. I think each band did like around 5 songs. Not Dance Gavin Dance. The opening bands. The first band I think had the best on stage presence. Their presence on stage was so beautiful, and genuinely they just had such good music. The band Novelists, and if you've never heard them, I guess I do recommend songs a lot, but this is one I heavily recommend. This band genuinely, like, literally as soon as she started singing, I started tearing up. The music is so good. One of their guitarists, I'm gonna start fangirling right now, so I heavily apologize. He was so cool. He was like right in front of me, and he was just like playing the guitar effortlessly with his eyes closed and just vibing with it. And like I was genuinely just like stunned. I was just like the entire time because he was so good. That is one of the best guitarists I've ever seen. Like I like cannot even put into words how good he was. And I kept like clapping his hand, and he noticed me a bunch of times, and he started laughing because I kept like doing little hand motions. And I went like this at the end, and he laughed, and then I went like this, and then he gave me a heart back, and then he walked off the stage. I love being noticed. That was genuinely so cool. And then the girl who was singing noticed me too because I was doing a bunch of crazy hand movements, and then she was just like following me. It was insane. It was like that Novelist, the band, they're from France too, by the way. I'm in America. So the chances of me seeing them again is probably little to none. But if they ever do come back to my state, you best believe I'm going to go see them because their on-stage presence is so amazing. The band members are so kind. I had a chance to go meet them, but we kind of had to rush out fast because it was really late at night. But I could have met them and like talked to them in person, which I wish I did, but it's all right. I still had a good time. And then the second band that came up was super cool. They had really funny remixes because they played like actual like popular like famous songs, and then remixed it to their songs, and it was so good. It's Wolf and Bear, by the way. I should probably say that. The band Wolf and Bear. I believe it's clean and unclean vocals, where like unclean is when they're like super screaming and clean is just like the regular. The guy who is the clean vocals, his voice is so good. In my opinion, his voice is so good. I love like a higher pitched voice for a guy when he's singing in a rock band. So that was really good. I really liked his voice. Their music was really good too. They started playing La Chona. If you know what that is, you know what that is. I'm Mexican. So as soon as they started playing, I just started doing my little thing, like the little dances that I know.
Hi, Editor Mint here. Just want to come out and say there's like people in the crowd beside us literally watching the entire freaking World Cup mid-concert because I guess Mexico was playing. So whenever Mexico scored, everybody in the freaking venue cheered, and everybody was so confused because nobody was out. And then they were like, Mexico scored 1! And everybody went freaking crazy. Some guy had and then some guy in the crowd had a Mexican flag with him. And then one of the guitarists that were playing with Dance Gavin Dance, Sergio, he also screamed into the mic, Viva Mexico! And it was just really cool. And everybody was chanting, like, Viva la Mexico or something. I'm Mexican, I should know this, and I don't. But yeah, they were just watching. It was really funny, because I would look to my side, and I'd see a guy in a soccer jersey with with the World Cup on his phone screen.
Their music was super good. I think to me they're my like least favorite. Not like to like put them down anymore. I'm not saying I don't like it. I loved every single performance that was there. But I really liked Novelists' on stage performance, and this next band I'm about to talk about, their music was really good, which they're so niche, so you guys need to check them out. But no, Wolf and Bear, check them out too, because their music was really good. It was easy. I was able to pick up the lyrics. I've never listened to them, by the way, either. I was able to pick up the lyrics from them super easily, because it's like not only repetitive, which I really like in a song, but it's also, the voices are so clear even when they're screaming. I could understand everything. It was amazing. So please go check them out. And then the last band that opened up for them, Horse in the Band. Horse in the Band, they had my favorite music out of the 3 opening, because horse in the band just has funky synths, and they were all just like jamming out on stage. And then one of the band members, he has like the little triangle, and he was literally coming up to us in our face. He was literally grabbing heads, putting them out of the way, and smacking it in people's faces. And like he came up to the crowd being like, "Hey friends, just so you know, I'm going to be really physical. If you don't want that, move back." And everybody's like, okay. And it was just so funny. He literally went into the crowd and like, it was so cool. But yeah, no, their music's really cool as well, which I think they're the least popular out of all three of them. So you guys need to check them out, because I really like, also the vocalist for them had a really nice voice too. I was like, my eyes were on like the synth guy the most, like the guy playing like the like piano, really like the keyboard, but it had like a bunch of different synths on it. I think that's what it's called, synth. But my eyes are on him mainly because his stuff was really funny too. Like, I really like the synths, like the melodies and stuff. It was really cool. And then because each band had an intermission before they were playing. This isn't back to back, by the way. Like, each band had like a 10-20 minute intermission before the next band came up. In one of the intermissions, I don't remember which one, they played Helena by My Chemical Romance, because they were playing like real popular music for each intermission. They played Helena by My Chemical Romance. I lost my voice just singing that song, because I know that song by heart. I love My Chemical Romance. So listening to that genuinely was like, or screaming that with everybody else in the crowd was amazing. I wish my dad, because I wasn't the one recording. I gave my dad my phone and was just like, record as much as you can. The sad thing is, I don't have a lot of Carl Barker, and I don't have the end of Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most. And all of Inspire the Liars is silent because my phone reached a peak where it was too loud. So I'm really sad about that. But just to be in there in the moment, not having my phone at all, I'm not the one recording, and just being able to experience that up front was just genuinely just enough to say, like, that was amazing. I have clips that I'll put up, but I don't want to I want to keep this as non-copyrighted as possible, so I'll probably mute them and then just like say in like titles like, this is this song. In front of me was a girl and her friends, and then right next to the girl was a mom and her child, and there was a couple in front of me, and I was talking to my dad, and the boyfriend turned to me and goes, "Do you want my spot?" And I was like, "What? Me?" And he's like, "Yeah, do you want it?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." So I got up even closer, so now I'm able to touch the barricade. I'm not on barricade, but I'm able to touch it. And he goes, "Yeah, we're just here to have a good time, honestly. You look like you really want to do this." And I'm like, "I do." So he gave me that. And then I kept bumping into the mom really like bad, and I felt really bad. So I turned to her and I go, "I'm so sorry I keep bumping you. I've never been to anything like this, so I don't know how like touchy-feely they get." So I was like, "I'm really sorry," because she has a kid, so I felt really bad. And she goes, "No, we're gonna make room for you. You're gonna be up here. You need to be up here." And I was like, oh my gosh, she made room for me, and I was able to sit barricade. I was literally grabbing on. I was over it and stuff. I was on barricade. I was at barricade. I know they're not watching this, but thank you. So I literally turned to her and go, "I love you so much." Like, that was genuinely so kind of her to do. I started gagging and losing my voice at the first song that Dance Gavin Dance played. It was insane. I can't tell you guys how bad I was sobbing during Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most. Like, I full open mouth sobbing. Like, I couldn't even wipe my tears because it was so much. I'm so surprised my makeup stayed on. My makeup still stayed on during all of that too. My eyelashes were still intact. It hurt to rip them off. But I can't explain how much I was just sobbing. And I think Andrew Wells noticed me sobbing, but like obviously he can't do anything about it, so I thought that was just funny. And then after the song ended, I guess all the people around me heard that I was sobbing, so they all checked if I was okay, and I'm like, I'm okay, that's just my favorite song. I can't explain how much that song has carried me through. All of 2025 has carried me through, and all of what we've been through 2026 already. That song has always been there, and it'll always have such a good place in my heart. That, like, sobbing to that brought out such a relief. And I want to cry thinking about it now. To hear that live was genuinely a once in a lifetime opportunity that was like a dream come true. that was just so amazing. And also just to hear the other songs, like Inspire the Liars was so nice to hear in person. Carl Barker was amazing to hear in person. The Stickler was like all the songs. And surprisingly, like I said in the past that I didn't memorize all the lyrics, I was still shouting every single lyric that they said. I knew it all. So I basically gaslighted myself to thinking I didn't know it. I knew every single word they were saying. And I followed along. I messed up on one of the words, but that's out of the question. I knew on every single one. And like, I'm so happy with it too. Like, I'm so happy that I was able to do that. It was just amazing, dude. That concert was genuinely just something. And then when the concert ended, like they did an encore, so I already knew they were doing an encore, so I already knew what was happening. They went off stage after Surprise I'm from Cuba, and everybody was like, one last song for like an encore. And so they came back up, they played Carl Barker all the way down and Inspire the Liars. The main singer from Novelists came up to sing Inspire the Liars with them, which she's been doing this entire tour, and she just had such a beautiful voice for it. She did all like the riffs. I think Tillian sung Inspire the Liars. She did all like the high riffs Tillian did. That song was so beautiful. I was literally going like this, being like just feeling the presence. And then yeah, after the show, I turned around and be like, we have to go. And literally a girl behind me was like, I love your vibe. And I'm like, thank you. My dad goes, you have a real concert personality. So maybe that means we can go to more concerts like that. I really want to get into more niche people, only for the fact that like I want to be able to be in a little like group of people, like somebody playing at a bar or something. So I do really need to research more people. I've never like hated music, like a music taste, so I'm fine with doing that. And it's not that I want to be niche and like gatekeep, it's that I like smaller venues, and the place we were at was a pretty small venue, so, which everybody around me was talking about, oh, it's such a small venue. It was not that small. You guys are making it out to seem it was small. It was not that small. There's like 2,000, 3,000 people in that crowd. I know Black Veil Brides is coming in November in the same venue, and I want to go to that really bad, but the thing is I don't listen to Black Veil Brides enough. If I started now, I could definitely go, but the thing is I'm already going to 3 more concerts this year, and that's enough to ask my dad for. My next one is My Chemical Romance, which I'm really excited about because I'm bringing 2 friends with me. So that'll be fun to experience a concert with friends for the first time. And also it's the Black Parade, and I have the Black Parade vinyl, so I'm able to listen to it physically, and I already know all the songs, all the lyrics to that. I just need a muscle memory, basically. And then I believe Weezer's next, and then after Weezer's it's Gorillaz, which I'm excited for Gorillaz because I'm bringing a friend to that one as well. For Weezer, it's just me and my dad, but for Gorillaz, I'm bringing a friend with me. And I'm really excited for that because Gorillaz, that's based on the Mountain album. Weezer's The Gathering, I think, is just for like just popular songs and stuff. And most of the songs are playing in the set list, I know. I'm big fans, okay? I know Flyleaf is doing one in July, unless it already no, I think it's in July. Flyleaf is actually coming here in July, but the tickets sold out day of. So the day they announced that they're coming here, it's sold out. Dance Gavin Dance was a concert I can't even ask any more for. I genuinely can't thank my dad enough for how much I loved this concert and how much this changed my summer. This concert was so amazing. I met such nice people, and I've now known new bands in which they're a little bit niche. So if they ever do a concert here, I know where to go. I met so many cool new connections, and I got such cool merch, and it's more than anyone could ever ask for. And to be my dad calling me such a big party person kind of validated me in some way. And I was really happy about that because I love being loud. I love screaming. I just love being in the present. So being able just to take my phone down and absolutely headbang until my neck feels like it wants to snap off was more than I could ever ask for. can. And also thank you for watching, because I get to share my story about this. And I know, I feel like I'm bragging, but I just want to share how truly grateful I am for that once in a lifetime opportunity. If Dance Gavin Dances comes back next year, or whenever they do, you better believe you're getting a video on this, because it's genuinely just the best thing that happened to me. So thank you so much for watching. I know this is kind of me yapping the entire time and not actually about the concert, but I'm really bad at vlogging in person, and I think that would be hard to vlog for a concert such as that, where there's no chairs, you have to stand and it's mosh the entire time. But something for like My Chemical Romance, Weezer, Gorillaz, I think it'd be a little bit easier since we have seats. So thank you so much for watching, and you guys don't know how truly grateful I am to be able to sit in front of a camera and share my experience with people who actually want to hear it. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Editorman again. My candy broke. The big cuff, the big midnight at McGuffey's cuff I made did not break, and neither did the spike cuff make a break. None of them really broke except the ones that had like gems on them. Like I wore the Death of a Strawberry one with the strawberry keychain. That one is stretched out a lot, so if it flings anymore, it'll break. One of the band members' candy stars broke and exploded in the concert, and I felt really bad because it was really embarrassing, but everybody was like, oh, it's okay, don't worry. So I felt a little more at ease. But so no, I did not give the band members the bracelets like I wanted to, but to be honest, I would have had to throw it on stage, so I wouldn't have been able to give it to them anyways. But like, it's low-key okay, because it's just low-key okay. But only one of them broke. I believe it was Matt Mingus's star that broke, so I need to fix his. But I have enough yellow beads for that, so yeah. I'm gonna come on here to say, because I have a cool story time to tell. There were 3 bands that opened for Dance Gavin Dance for the concert. The first one, their name is Novelist. They're from France, and they did really good. The guitarist was in front of me, and he's so cute. He's so handsome. And so I was like, woohoo, yeah. And he saw me, and he started laughing because I was hyping him up so much. Then I gave him all like a hand heart at the end of it, and he started laughing. So I gave him a BTS, like one of the BTS hearts, and he gave me it back. He did the BTS heart thing back. I turned to my dad like, It was the cutest thing ever.
This is the concert aftermath. My hair is super, super puffy. My ears are still ringing, and my voice sounds really cracky. And also, it was super fun, but I'm not gonna talk about it tonight only because I'm tired and it's about to be midnight. Midnight at McGuffey's. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow about everything that happened. And yeah.